My name is Jon Kaiman, North Hempstead Town Supervisor, and we are here with Senator Schumer and a number of our local officials to talk about investment in our community, investment in our future. We understand in local government that the best way to bring this economy back, to make government work, is to put people to work. We need the resources, the partnerships at every level of government so that we can do what we do best, and that's make local government work. This is where the rubber meets the road, so to speak. We're here in a beautiful park in Harbor Hills. There's parks like this all over our town, all over New York State, all over America. But if we don't have the people maintaining them, doing what's necessary, doing the work, training for lifeguard positions, becoming lifeguards, then we can't maintain facilities like this. This is a beautiful portion of Long Island. So much of our community appreciates the good work that our senator does for us day in and day out. Here's yet another example of him getting down to the very local level with ideas and investment that can help us, help our community, put people to work, put money back into our system, and ultimately help people in so many ways. A rising tide lifts all ships. We have a few boats out there already, and as long as the tide doesn't come in too quickly, we'll be just fine.
Now, today we're talking about an issue that matters touches millions of families across the country and thousands of families here on Long Island, and that is how our kids can break into one of the toughest job markets in history. We all know that Americans of every demographic are struggling to find work. Even those who have jobs are often underemployed. They don't work the maximum number of hours they'd like, or they're working below their skill levels. They stay in the job because with a bad market, they don't have many options. So, with overqualified workers taking almost any job they can find, our young people, who have often depended on jobs during the summer, are high and dry. The number of private sector summer jobs that are offered to young people is going to greatly decline this summer because of the awful economy. And imagine how hard it must be for these kids. They've worked hard, and every door should be open to them, and instead it's tough for them to find a job. Also, imagine how hard it is for average Long Island families who depend on that little bit of extra income that their son or daughter would make over the summer. It's hearing that that money won't come, particularly when times are tight, when maybe mom or dad isn't working or is working at a lower level of income than they had in previous years. So that's a problem. And then, of course, we have an additional problem that parents end up supporting their kids for a longer period of time. Kids are in school longer, and many other things show that. So listen to this statistic. According to the National Association of Colleges and Employers, only 19.7% of the 2009 college graduates who had applied for a job had been hired. Before the Senate this week will be the funding for the Summer Jobs Program. A law passed in 1998 called the Workforce Development Act established 33 boards across New York that help people, young people, find jobs for over a decade. 3 of the boards are located on Long Island. There's the Hempstead City of Long Beach Workforce Investment Board, the Oyster Bay North Hempstead Glen Cove Workforce Investment Board, and the Suffolk County Workforce Investment Board. They received a huge boost last year. They were given a pool of money that they could use to target to employ people 16 to 24. In all, the federal government gave Long Island investment boards about $4.5 million for summer jobs for 2009, and it was a big success. The program, known as the Summer Jobs Program, put over 300,000 young Americans to work who otherwise would have been out of a job. A big success story. And through this program, last year, young people on Long Island had access to $2.6 million in summer jobs. So, as I said, this week, the Senate will be voting on the American Jobs and Closing Tax Loopholes Act this week. The Summer Jobs Program is part of it. If it passes, Long Island would see $3.6 million, which could result in over 1,000 jobs being created and probably more. A summer job that teaches you values and shows you the value of work, and you get that check I remember when I had my first job, every other Friday when I got the check, what a day, just to see that I had earned that much money. It was a great thing. So we're going to do everything we can to see that this bill passes the Senate. It's hanging in the balance right now. I'd say the odds are it will pass, but it's close.